Hello, today I'm going to explain leveling. First of all, I will not spend hours, which I can, to show you every single functionality for leveling. What is leveling? Leveling is when you have resources which are overallocated function who make them not overallocated. In my example, you will see that I have 4 tasks and I have assigned John and Mary to each of those tasks, so they are obviously overallocated. How can I see it? I can go here and I can say, let me show the resource usage. So you will see John is overallocated on August 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, and on 12th. On first 4 days, he is overallocated on task 1 and task 3, and the rest on task 2 and task 4. So you can see those overallocation for Mary as well. Let's go back. What can we do? We can now, say we don't want John and Mary to be overallocated. For that purpose, I will go to resource. I can simply say level all. And Microsoft Project, when I say level all, will level in a way that John and Mary are supposed to work on task 1, then on task 2 and on task 3 and task 4, and then on task 2. So they are not overallocated now, but my question is it what I wanted? What I wanted maybe is that John and Mary should work on task 1 and task 2 first, and then on task 3 and task 4. So basically, when you use level all, you will see that Microsoft Project will level it in a way he thinks it's appropriate. On the other hand, I can see level resource. With level resource, I can select who I want to be leveled. So let's say I don't want John to be leveled. I will say I want to level Mary. Now you can see that Mary is not overallocated anymore because she is going to work here and she is going to work here and here. Let me show you that in resource usage. So when I go to resource usage, you will see that John is still overallocated and Mary is going to work first on task 1 4 days, then on task 2 4 days, and then on task 2, first on task 2, on task 1, then on task 3, and then on task 4, and late on task 2. So basically, she's not going to work as we expected on task 1 and task 2 and on task 3 and task 4, but she's going to work first on task 1, then on task 4, then on task 3, then on task 4, and finally on task 2. And we get here the new schedule. Okay, now let's go back to resources and let's clear leveling. Entire project. So I will get what I had at the first time, and let me show you leveling options. Leveling options are here when you can fix some parameters for leveling. Once for all, never use automatic. Let me show you in another project why it is not good idea to have automatically. Let me go here, new project. I will say new project. I will go to task to view, and I will turn off the timeline, and I will say that I have resource sheet just for John and Mary. Okay, Mary, typo. And I will go to Gantt chart. I have task 1 and task 2. Let me erase task 2 to be more clear. Task 4. Before I do any assignment, I will go to resources. I will go to leveling options and I will say, okay, I want leveling calculation automatically. See, automatic. Now I will put John here and Mary. And I will say task 2. And I will say 4 days. And I will say, you see that they are supposed to be done at the same time period from Monday to Thursday. If I put John and Mary here now and hit the enter button, you will see that this task will automatically move where John and Mary are not overallocated. Let me show you another example. Task 3. I will say 4 days and I will say just Mary. Hop, you can see. So in that case, you tell Microsoft Project, please do not allow overallocation. So let me go here and let's say task 1, task 2, task 3, task 4, task 4, 4 days. Okay, you can see. Now, task 1, John, Mary, great. Task 2, John, Mary, not overallocated. Task 3, John, Mary, wow. What happened? John and Mary are supposed to work in this time period, but task 2 is moved, as I showed you in my previous example, after task 3 is finished. Now, John, Mary once again, and you will see then this task is going to be, John and Mary, this task is going to be moved. So basically, in most of time, that is not what you want. So I will close this project. Okay, I will close this project. I will say I don't want to save it. And now back to leveling options. When I open the leveling options, I will put manual, and this is day by day. I will explain that. Clear level means clear level values before leveling. So if you level once, and after that, after some time, you level again, the previous leveling will be erased. The leveling will be start from the beginning, okay? Level entire project means that you are going to level all tasks, no matter when they are supposed to start or finished. Here you can say, I want to level all the tasks from 8. Now, let me go here before leveling and put John and Mary, John and Mary as well. So I can go here to leveling options and I can say, okay, I want to level only from 8 to 11, okay? Why do I have this? I put it on automatically, okay? Clear leveling, entire project, now I have what I wanted. Because I left, as you can see, and that is good example, when I go to level options, I got automatically selected, and when I put my tasks, I had the same result as previous. I want to level not the whole entire project, but only task which will start from 8 and finish to 11. Let's say 8 to 11. Okay, now you will see that those cannot be leveled, because if I level these tasks, those tasks are not going to be leveled because they are supposed to start after this task. So now I'm going back to leveling options and I will say, okay, level all. Now you will see tasks from 8 to 11 are over allocated, so these are moved, so this task is moved as well. Okay, clear leveling, entire project. Now, what in leveling options mean day by day, week by week, month by month? Okay, for that I should create another tasks and I will show it right away. Let's say that I have task 1, which will 2 days, task 2, which will be 2 days. Okay, and I will assign John. Be very careful on this example. If I go, you can see that John is over allocated on those 2 tasks. On a weekly basis, he can work 5 days. Okay, so, but if I level it from day to day and I say, okay, sorry, level options, if I say level all, because if I say okay, it means that in this screen that I accept those setup. But if I want to level it, I should clear level all. Level all. So you will see John's task is moved because leveling options is day by day. What can I do if I undo that? And if I go to leveling options, I say, okay, I want week by week. And I click on OK. You will see nothing happens. Why? Is it wrong? Is it bug? No. When you choose leveling options week by week, it means that John should be over allocated on weekly basis. What does it mean weekly basis? Week means, in my example, just in my example, that John is supposed to work 5 days per week. And since he works only 4 days, no matter that two days are, let's say, over allocated, so he's supposed to work 5 days a week, but he's going to work 16 hours at Monday, Tuesday, which means that he will fulfill those 4 days in 2 days. In Monday and Tuesday, he's going to work 8 hours for task 1 and task 2. But what if I say, okay, I want those 4 days? Then, if I go to leveling options, I said week by week, you will see that John is going to be moved. Why? Because in this case, John is over allocated in weekly basis because he was supposed to work 8 days and week is 5 days. What if I put here 1 day? Okay? He's not over allocated. Why? Because on weekly basis, he is not over allocated. But if I put here 2 days, he will be over allocated because week is 5 days and John is supposed to work at this week, at 1 week, 6 days. So week by week means if the resource is over allocated by his capacity on a week, so in my case, if he's supposed to work more than 5 days, he's going to be over allocated. Otherwise not. So once again, if I say, John, you are going to work 3 days here and 2 days here, you will see that he is supposed to work. Let's go back view to resource usage, okay? He's going to work 8 hours at Monday for task 1 and task 2, total 16 hours, 8 hours at Tuesday for task 1 and task 2, and 8 hours for task 1 at Wednesday. So, is he going to be over allocated? The answer is, it depends on how the leveling option is done. You can put it month by month. So, my suggestion is day by day, okay, and you will see that he is now over allocated. And one last thing, when you have here resource over leveling options, you can say that you can level only with available slack. What does it mean if someone is available to make leveling only an available slack? Let me give you an example. As you can see, I created 4 tasks for John, and I will create now scheduling 1, and I will scheduling 3. So you can see John is here, and he is over allocated here, but not on task 2. Let me show you Slack. When you choose detail Gantt, which can be found here, more detail Gantt, you will see the Slack. What is Slack? I explained in my previous video. So it means that this task can be finished or start 7 days later, not to jeopardize critical path, which was explained in some of my previous video. So if I go here in resource, leveling options, and say level only with available slack, and say level all, you will see that those tasks are going to be leveled in a way that critical path will not be touched. Okay? So once again, since I have 7 days here, I will say leveling options, level only with available slack, and when I say level all, it will be moved here, so John will have free time here to work, but he cannot, this cannot be pushed in the future. Why? Because it will extend the total finish date, the end date, and it shouldn't be done when you choose level with available slack. Okay? Finally, you can see that we have some other options. Level can adjust individual assignment. So it means if task has over allocation in one task is, let's say, assigned to John and Mary, and only John is over allocated and Mary is not, the task will be, the schedule of this task, the duration of this task will be extended because Mary's part is going to be moved in the future. So when you say that, you say, if I have one or multiple, but not all resources over allocated in one task, you can level that task as well. Now, level can split in remaining work. It means that it can split the task. So let's say if you have finished 50% of task and some resources is over allocated, then the task can be splitted. And level resource with the proposed booking type is when you have proposed resources, which I didn't see very important here. And level manual schedule task means if the task type is manual schedule, that you can do. But once again, let me show you one very important thing. Here, I have task 1 and task 2, 4 days. And I will say that Mary is going to work on them. And I go here and I say leveling options, everything is great day by day. I will say level all. You will see that Mary's task is going to be in future and Mary is not over allocated. What if I want, for example, that task 2 should not be moved? How can I do it? I can do it by going to task 2, and now you will see priority. When we go here in leveling options, you can see that leveling order is by ID only. Okay, it can be ID only. So first task is going to be level first, second level, and priority and standard. I will not explain that, it is a little bit complicated, but default is priority standard. I will leave it as is. What does it mean, priority? As I showed you, if I level here, task 2 is going to be leveled, moved, but I don't want to. If I go to task 1 and double click on it, I will see that it has priority 500, okay? Which is default. Task 2 has 500 as well. I will put it now at 600. Okay? If I now say level all, you will see, since task 2 has priority greater than task 1, it will stay where it is, and task 1 will be moved, leveled. Okay? So when you go here, leveling options, and you have priority standard, means that priority takes precedence. But one thing for conclusion of this video, if you put task with priority 1000, remember 1000, neither leveling or prevent over allocation mode will move this task because task is set on priority to 1000. What does it mean? 1000 priority means this task will be never, ever moved by leveling. It has high priority and it cannot be moved according to leveling. Let me level all, and you will see this one will be leveled because this one has priority 500. I can put 900. Let me undo here. I can put for this task priority 999. Okay, and when I click on level all, it is leveled because task 2 has priority 1000, and if I put to task 1 1000 as well, okay? And when I go to level all, nothing will happen. Why? Because both of those tasks are having level 1000, and level 1000, priority 1000, says don't touch this task during leveling. So basically, if you have all your tasks in level 1000, if you try to level each or any of those tasks or all tasks, nothing will happen. And by the way, I don't use leveling a lot because after all, in a real life, when you have a situation like that or more complicated, you will find a way by your own which task to move, when and how. And if you are going, sometimes you will say, okay, Mary is over allocated, but sorry, it should be done. Both of those tasks from 8th of August to 11th of August, and I will leave it as is. So it's up to human decision, not machine decision. So leveling options are great to see how it can level, but be aware that in most of cases, if not in all cases, you are the person as a project manager, as a scheduler, or as a project expert who is going to decide if you are going to allow Microsoft Project to level some tasks or not. Hope this helps. Thank you very much.